Do you know who Peter Stormare is? You probably have no idea this is the guy's name. You've seen him in a ton of things. I mean, wide range. Usually a bad guy, a shady guy, usually from Eastern European descent, right? Like he's been major pigeonholed, but he's probably the most famous actor, actress that you know that you have no idea whose name they are, right? That's who Julius Randle is, really, in the end. Let's be honest, Knicks fans. Be honest with yourself. You know who he is. You can identify him, put name to face. But the average fan in the NBA, the average person who's only covering one team, they couldn't pick Julius Randle out of a lineup. To quote my old pal, Mad Dog Russo, I wouldn't know Julius Randle if he fell on me. Come on. Enough is enough with this Knicks hype, all right? 5 bets in 5 minutes. It's a rematch to open things up with the Sixers and the Knicks. You better believe it. That's where we're going to begin. You are going to begin with what? The thumbs up button, subscribing. Our boy Stromer here is hanging with us for the segment. Let us begin. The clock is already underway. And yes, we start. How about that? With the Philadelphia 76ers laying 5.5 against a team that recently torched them. And rightfully so, by the way. The Knicks embarrassed the Philadelphia 76ers in New York. It's a different story. But wait, Shander, what if Embiid doesn't play? That's fine. That's fine. The team is not great without Embiid by any means, but they're probably right where the Knicks are. If you take Joel Embiid off the Sixers for tonight, they're really where the Knicks are. Just a middling team with a guy in James Harden that half of the fans under 15 couldn't recognize either. All right, you want a little balanced attack here. I don't think many 14-year-olds know who Harden is either, right? Of course I'm joking, but the bigger thing of Randall, I'm sure, is just eating at people. Look, Embiid's on the floor, they win by 10. Embiid's not on the floor, they struggle, but they win by 6, 7. They pull away. This is under 5.5 because of the question with Embiid. I get not wanting to take liability, but at the same time, totally fine here to open things up with the Sixers minus 5.5. I still think the Suns right now, and this is wild because this is closed now at -1. When I put this together about 2 minutes ago, before I started to hit the record button, I'm looking at the ticket that said Suns plus 1.5. And I was like, that's off. So I took Suns plus 1.5. And I was hoping I could come here and say, well, look, we got the Suns plus 1.5. Something's off. Something is off. -2.5 is where I would push this thing. Get it under 3, and I still think you're okay. We just saw the Phoenix Suns last night show out. I know they didn't cover that 7.5 line, but they were definitely giving, maybe disrespected in the sense of just because guys are gone and nobody has come, meaning Durant, that they're this dog shit team. DeAndre Ayton causes problems for Indiana, and I think the Suns can win this game outright. That's why I'm fine laying up to 2.5, but not more than 2.5. Man, that thing just shot from 1.5 to 1 in like a matter of 2 minutes. Jazz plus 7 on the road in Toronto. This is about fading Toronto more than it is about Utah for me. Look, the Jazz, I get it with the Westbrook deal. You've lost some guys. I don't know per se what's going to happen with anybody available, pending these deals go through. But the Jazz, they're not as bad overall from a talent standpoint. And again, we wait for the news. Doesn't look like Toscano Anderson's playing, so therefore Russ is out. Pardon me. It's fine. That's fine. This isn't predicated on whether or not Russell Westbrook plays. Yes, Utah lost a couple of guys, but they still have main vehicles of scoring there. Toronto, OG still out. Jakob Poeltl, great, but that's not doing anything for me to move this spread. I think Utah is getting too many points, and I'm fine jumping on the 7 points there. Just like I'm going to jump on 7 here. Now, to be fair, this was at 6.5 and it moved to 7. That's fine. Let the market work for you if you like. Getting to a key number for Minnesota taking on a healthy Memphis team. Well, wait a second. Memphis is healthy. How many times have we seen a guy get hurt or seen a guy sit and the line has worked against that team and that team has won or that team is covered? just because D'Angelo Russell is gone, Malik Beasley, just because that's the case, it doesn't move the needle for me where they can't cover a key number. Memphis is healthy with Brooks and Morant back, but that doesn't automatically mean slam for me either. Minnesota is a tricky team. Don't tell Neil Orfield or Eric Lindquist or anyone else we have from Minnesota that I said this, because I'm usually ripping, but Minnesota's a tricky squad. I don't expect them to hit 29 threes like they hit last time out, but they can hang in this game, and I'll take the 7 points absolutely, despite it being on the road. All right, that's 4. Last, we got to get a little fun. We got to get a little creative. We got to have some sort of Kyrie Irving related fun here. Go to First Basket Props, and you'll see 3+ three-pointers made in the first 3 minutes. That's plus 230. That's your plus money bomb of the night. Kyrie's out. Reggie Bullock. I mean, my God, it's like Luka on the floor, except you don't have to worry about not getting the ball back. I'm as crazy as that sounds. I think Kyrie recognizes, hey, man, I can work with this. And look, Luka comes back, and it's the John Goodman skit from Family Guy where nobody but he eats at the table. Until now, you're going to see, and look, Sacramento has 2 guys right away that should be looking to take threes in Kevin Huerter and Keegan Murray. So, yeah, I think that this is actually a really good matchup to target something like this. 5 bets, 5 minutes. There you have it. We'll run it back for you real quick. But first, I need to tell you how you can turn $5 into, let's do the Spurs tonight. $5 into $200. All right? That's it. That's easy. $5 into $200. All right, Shander, you tell me, bet $5 on the Spurs. How do I get there? Go to DraftKings. There's a link below. You have to be 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, and you have to live in a state where you can legally place a wager. Look, a lot of you are not on DraftKings for whatever reason. That's fine. I'm only on the other one. That's fine. That's fine. But I'm giving you something here. I'm giving you $200 right away. It's going to take you 90 seconds for you or somebody you know to sign up at DraftKings. And then from there, you immediately put that $5 on the Spurs to win. It doesn't matter if the Spurs win or lose. It doesn't matter what happens in this game. As soon as you place the wager, like you can't just deposit the money. Well, all right, what happened? It's like Michael Scott yelling, I declare bankruptcy. Like you have to actually do something. I'm giving you what to do. Put the 5 on the Spurs. Get the $200. Now you're good. All right, here's the 5 and 5. It's Sixers minus 5.5, Suns -1, Jazz +7, Wolves +7. Yes, 3+ threes made in the first 3 quarters for the Mavericks and the Kings. Hey, before I get out of here, why don't you jump on the Discord? There's a link below, 50% off your first week. ES Insider is the code. Now, we just did it again. I mean, we are 7-2 with solely, and again, you can come check the Discord. Harambe Slayer, the GOAT. We got a bunch of heads in there who are active, throwing out great Jairo Sandoza. We got a bunch who are active. Come join. Come join. We're 7-2 in the month of February, 9 days, all plus money, all on the early win token on DraftKings. So you've made a shit ton of money. And I highlighted here again, 10-point lead promos. We're crushing them. New York, that was against my Sixers. Blazers, cash it. Blazers, cash it. I mean, we're crushing this. We do live college basketball. Thanks to Raza for picking that game in the first place. I just went live when they were down. Yep, go ahead and cash. You want a ladder? There's a college basketball parlay. We're doing that. You want a ladder? I got ladders here. We got ladders for days. See, I'm not anti-Knicks. I love Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. I can't get tired of saying that name. Yeah, we got ladders for you too. All right. Time's up. Have a great one. Thumbs up, subscribe. We'll